because we were in the same party, but we never even looked at each other.
Things, and I went to bed, and next morning I woke up, he had messaged you. Kind of just start.
It happened pretty much like that.
It doesn't. You don't want them to know that. Okay. Well, it'll be our secret. And we just talk all night. And we had a really good time. Great party, great band, a local band here in Houston.
Reggie James.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie.
Reggie,
and,
what's up, Reggie? When you get the anniversary now.
And we just really connected, and we kind of just laid it out all on the table that night. And we went home. I went home in my car. He went home in his car, and it's just like we continued to see each other the following day.
All day. And like I said, it was like nonstop banter. Like that's I've never been in a situation like this where it was literally, and we explained it like this, it was almost literally back and forth, like exchanging war wounds, like trying to scare each other off.
Yeah. Like
literally, like that's what it felt like, because it started off kind of just regular stuff, but we were constantly talking about experiences and what we had been through and things, and waiting for the reaction that we get from other people, or the, like maybe this is on their non-negotiables list or something. Yeah. And we just kept on going. And I was like, oh, wow. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you've been through that. And I'm looking like, wow, nobody's ever responded like that. And we're going back and forth. And after 48 hours of this, I'm just like, okay, 48 hours. I was like, when is your birthday? She says,
January 3rd.
I said, oh, mine is March 3rd. So we need to get married on February 3rd. So we can like party the whole 60 days.
And I was like, okay.
And I said, so we got to get planning. I said, we got to get planning. Yeah. We only got a couple of months.
And I was like, I don't think we're going to make it this year. I was thinking, a year, dating for a year.
And I said, oh no, we're going to make it.
And he was so sure.
I said, oh no.
It was like, oh, no. Just as plain as my yes came out and very comfortable, wasn't even any like second thought. It was like, yeah, sure, I could see that. Let's do that. And then he was so fervent about the win. So I was so secure in the yes, and he was so secure in the win. It just flowed. And so he was like, no, this he's
just different. We're not married yet, so I'm still talking
to test out everybody.
Yeah, just keep on going. And just keep on going. And so, I mean, what kind of advice is that?
That's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy advice to me. I don't know. That's the normal advice that's out there. I definitely think that we tell people all the time, when people say who they are, believe them. Yeah. So the biggest problem with people is, it's not about marrying somebody quick just cause.
That's true.
It's more about stopping communication with someone that is not the one really quickly. Mm-hmm. Okay? Just stop. If he's a liar and you found out he's a liar on the first day, why are you talking to him tomorrow? Right. I mean, I'm just, if she has an attitude problem and she don't know how to communicate and you can't stand that, why are y'all still dating next week? I mean, you get yourself put into a place of comfort where you stay with somebody, there's no way that they're going to be the one for you, and you're just dragging things out. But if you will learn how to cut the wrong one off very quickly and not waste your time, when you meet the one, you're going to know.
That's true.
And you won't have to delay it, because it's going to look so different from everybody. Yeah. It's not going to be slightly different. It's not going to be a little different. It's going to be so different from everyone else you met, that somebody's going to call you and want you to sit on a couch and pull a camera out and ask you about your relationship.
So here's the deal.
That's good, right?
Here's the deal. We were okay. So I wasn't a good dater when I was single.
I was making sure that I didn't have the price tag on me.
Oh, okay. I feel like we're into life. I don't feel like I think we did the courtship. We did it very, very quickly. We did the things that people do when they date. We went to dinner, we went out, we went to movies, and we do some of that. We still date each other on a certain extent, but I know what you're asking. Does it still feel new, like the new parts of dating? And every time we go somewhere, no, we really settled into one another.
We actually laugh. I'm like,
yeah.
I ain't even known you 3 years.
It's family.
I haven't even known you 3 years.
He's my best friend. It's family. It's just calm. It's just
Who is this lady?
Common.
Why is she in my room? I'm sorry.
Every single night you come to the same bed and she's still
Yeah,
like,
she's
I'm
still
still,
there.
I'm still,
You know,
I'm still there.
yeah.
Crazy
And it's
night.
funny, like I know, like I feel like I know everything. Like I feel like she can leave the room and you can ask a question about her. I feel like I can give you an answer that I may not necessarily agree with, but I know it's her view. It's not that we agree on everything. I'm not finna say that, but I'm saying I listen to her enough to where I feel like I can answer a question appropriately on her behalf. And I feel like she could do the same for me. And of course she agrees with everything.
Of course.
Of course.
But anyway, as I was saying, so the intimacy part, and because our window was so short, there was no failure there. But the things that you worry about or think about when you're dating someone, that's very real. Like, is this gonna work? Like, are we really equally yoked in this area? What is it gonna be like? How wild is he or she? How far are they willing to go? Those kind of things, which are very real conversations that you should have. For us, everything else, it wasn't even our attitude about it was kind of like, oh, don't worry about it, it's gonna be great, I got you. It was that it was like, even though we talked about everything and our history as you should, it was just kind of a confidence that came with just our friendship, that we grew very quickly, that I knew that even outside of the bedroom or sex, that he was willing to please me, and he knows that I'm willing to please him. So you take that into every area of your relationship, you won't have an issue, because there are things that I have to adjust in life or in marriage, just because like he's there every day too in my bed, and so there's some things that he has to adjust, but it's an easy adjustment, it's an easy fix, it's easy whatever it is, it's effortless.
Yeah. And I think that's a big part of it. That just that brings something to my mind that I can really say when you ask about how do I know so quick. Was I recall, and I can't remember what it was. It was just a disagreement, not a blow up or anything like that. It was just a disagreement, and the way she handled it, it threw me off. Okay, I'm just being honest. It threw me off. It was like, okay, I heard you. I did not know that that's how that type. I heard you. I didn't know that's how that made you feel. I'll pay attention to that. Yeah. That. And I was like, wow, that's like all I've been asking for. Like, it's not even about, she didn't say, you're right. It was just like, it wasn't about me being right. It was more about, okay, even if you don't see it, even if you ain't mean to do that, this is how I felt after it anyway. And it was just her tact in communicating. It sounds really corny, but it really made a big difference for me to know that we can have a conversation and a disagreement.
We got married in my home, and with 4 of my best friends. I mean, we were like a fist, and them and their husbands, and really cute. I called my girls, and I'm like, you guys, he proposed, we were going to have a meet and greet for him to meet everybody. So, my girlfriend, she's like, let's do the meet and greet at the house, but have it as a wedding, and it's a surprise to the guests. So we decorated the house, and,
her dining room was actually, I guess it was doubled as a studio, some type of studio.
It's all mirrored, because there used to be a dance studio at the home.
Yeah, so it looked large. It looked like a hall.
Angel ceilings,
yeah. And they set it up really nicely.
Beautifully decorated. I mean, china, the whole bit. And
actually, my dad got a little upset because, we told him, hey, we're getting married tomorrow. Know this quick and everything. He's like, well, where are you? And we're like, California. What are you doing in California? So we had to explain all that. But, we let him know it's not a big thing. We're just getting married in our home. So after the wedding pictures came out, did he text me or call me? He texted me. He was upset. He said, I thought you guys said that you were just getting married in our home. It looks like you guys rented out this big place and everything.
I really know about dining room together. But it was cool. I had, my friends, and it was really neat. One of my closest friends, she's like, you gotta get a veil and a dress, because I didn't care, about that. And she was like, you gotta get that. And I'm like, eh. So then I got a dress and stuff, and you got a suit, and I was like, okay. But it was really neat to surprise our guests with it. because they didn't know.
They thought they were coming to
Just
meet
to a meet
me,
and
see
greet, yeah.
who I
And they
am,
walking
what
in
I was
like-
all about.
They're looking at all the decorations
Yeah.
like, it's just like, what? What's going on? You know, I'm upstairs.
But actually, no, we kept them out of that room. They didn't know what was going on. They just thought that it was set up for dinner.
It was pretty
And
fancy. Though.
so I was telling them, they were asking me, who are you, and this and that, and just a normal meet and greet.
Their husbands were like big brothers, so it was
Yeah.
kind of good.
So we were talking and everything, and then all of a sudden I get the signal from upstairs, and then I just let everyone know. I said, "Hey guys, I know you thought you were here for a meet and greet, but I asked Terry to marry me, and she said yes. And we don't want to let any grass grow on our feet, so we're going to do it today while we're here."
Well, he was in
Wow,
town
yeah.
because he left the next day. We went to church. We got married and stayed up and played cards with everybody. We had, what did you make? You made
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya for everybody. He's a wonderful cook. And played cards and dominoes, listening to good music. And then about 4:00 in the morning, everybody left. We went to church the next day, and he actually left in the middle of service to catch his flight back. And then he called me from the airport, and he's like, "I'm coming for Christmas." And then he came back, and then he was like, and he called me from the airport. You know how you give up your seat for it? He's like, "I'm sending for you for New Year's," because he had just, gave up his seat for me to come for New Year's.
Wow.
And then we did it for like 6 months. You came back again in March, and then my family gave me a hasta la vista going away party because we have a family restaurant, and it was everybody from kindergarten to grade school, like everybody. And I moved away in that June.
For 6 months, but even though it was long distance, I travel a lot anyway, so I guess it was kind of prepping her.
Yeah, he came once, and that was in March, and I was like, that was the longest to go from New Year's Eve to March. That was the longest we had gone. It was the beginning of March, but it was the longest. I think the thing that really made it difficult, that was definitely a strain, but what really made it difficult was the time difference. Because I just began off work at 6:00. It's 9:00, and he's like, "Baby, I'm going to bed. I wanted to call you to say," and I'm like, "I'm at the grocery store." So that was kind of hard. We always pray before we went to bed. And when we wake up, so that would always be difficult.
So the intimacy was building.
We did live together before we got married, but it was maybe a month?
Yeah.
It was a month before we got married, right before the hurricane.
Oh yeah, right before Harvey.
Right before Harvey. We were, but when we started premarital counseling, our counselor was like, if you guys are, I would really advise you to stop. And we did.
It wasn't that long, guys.
No.
Yeah, it was real quick. So it was like maybe 2-3 weeks. But it was like, what do you expect out of me, and what do you like? Because that's very important to know.
And I think that's because we were friends first. So it made it really easy for us to kind of go into that conversation and say, all right, what does this look like to you? Are you someone that says, hey, I have to have it every day, twice a day? Or are you someone that's like, oh, I can go 3 months and not, that's not going to be an issue. So, just kind of ironing out, compromising on, what that should look like. And then real life sets in when you get married, and it's like, oh, all those things that we said and what sex is supposed to look like during marriage. That's not always the case, because you're tired, you both work, and you have lives outside of each other, and sometimes you just want to come home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And so, we'll maybe once or twice a month, we'll be like, hey, are we okay? Is it something that we need to talk about? Is there anything that you're feeling that I'm neglecting from you that you need to get off your chest?
Wow.
So that way we're not, just casually going by and not thinking about my wife, like how she feels about me.
Want to check in with each other and, ask how's the marriage going? How are you satisfied? Is there anything that I can change to be a better spouse? Or, is there something that you would like to do as far as a date night? And we just try to be very, very consistent with that. And so far it's been great. I think it's helped, and it's made for, a happy marriage.
Yeah.